What's up, everyone? Azariel here, and welcome to a video that I announced I was going to make in my uploading schedule, which is my channel update series that I do every Sunday. And as well as I mentioned it on my Twitter and I mentioned it on my Facebook fan page, that I was going to be doing this video as it pertains to the future of this channel and how I'm confused about a couple things, and the reason why I feel like things aren't as successful as they could be on this channel is because for the ones that have been, you know, fans of mine or viewers or, watchers of my content or whatever you want to consider yourselves to be, if you've gotten to know me over the years, you guys know that I rarely speak on anything negative, if I do it at all. Really, I can only think of one other time years ago where I had like a bunch of people just leaving hateful comments underneath one video that I did because they mistaken it for something else, or they're like, yeah, like they mistaken the video for to be something else or on a separate topic, and they just were leaving like a bunch of hateful comments underneath it, and I kind of made a video in response to that, and that was like the only time I ever addressed anything negative having to do with this channel or anything negative at all, because my thing is that as long as I focus on the positive, positive things will happen. And as long as I leave the negative alone, it's just not gonna be an issue. Well, I guess it kind of came back to bite me in my ass a little bit, because I feel like the reason why things haven't been as successful as they could have been on this channel is because I didn't talk about the negative, and one of the things that I am talking about is my viewership. Now, this isn't going to be a video where I'm starting to complain about my views or anything like that, the way some YouTubers do, but I do feel like I do need to address it in a sense, because it all makes sense at the end of the, like, pretty much when the video is over, you guys will get the gist of what um, of exactly what I mean. So the the reason why I originally intended to do this video on my digital camera, so that way you guys can see my face and actually get a good feel as to how I'm feeling about what I'm speaking about by seeing my facial expressions and things like that. Because I feel like it does help to do a video like this on, pretty much to where you can see me. The reason why I haven't, or I decided not to, because I feel like with my screen recorder that you're seeing me use right now, you guys can get a much better visual as to what I'm actually speaking on. So that's the reason why I'm using this instead of my digital camera to record this video. But lately, I've noticed that my channel has had a big boom all of a sudden. Now, what I mean by that is that there's been a huge growth in my channel over the years, since last year, especially, of me doing this, as a way to make a little bit of extra money from YouTube. And a lot of you guys know that that I've announced it, many times over the past few months, that as long as I make the right moves and I'm doing everything that I need to do for the sake of this channel, then by the end of this year, I could be looking to do this full time. I could finally quit my 9 to 5 and quit worrying about after waking up and punch a clock, because pretty much for me, and I know a lot of other people can relate to this, video games was like the only thing that I think that I've ever really been good at. I mean, I'm pretty sure I'm good at other things like cooking and things like that. I am good at other things, but just growing up, video games was that one thing that kept me out of trouble. And, being around friends and things like that that ended up, getting in trouble with, law and other things, I would always play a video game. And that's been what's kept me out of trouble, to the point where that was what I did most of my life. Even today, I still do it. I mean, hey, you guys see me uploading footage like right here. You know, it's all right there. I play video games. That's just what I do. And not only that, but on this channel I also do Yu-Gi-Oh related content on the latest cards coming to the OCG and the TCG. You know, um, or pretty much the latest cards that are be coming to the game. I do tip videos to help out with any questions people may have in regards to certain things or certain aspects of the game. I have discussion videos where I'm talking about pretty much the entire trading card game community in general, but Yu-Gi-Oh in particular, and the way people on the outside view us as a community and the misconceptions, basically just tackling all the other bullshit that really doesn't have anything to do with the game, but more so the way that we get viewed as a community. I kind of approach it from that perspective when it comes to those videos, and as well as I do food vlogs or like the latest um, fast food items that may be out, or just anything that I'm trying for the first time ever, and just giving you my opinion as to how it tastes. Or I do vlogs on like the trips that I take on occasions to conventions, or trips that I may take for my birthday, or just a variety of things I do on this channel. And since doing that, I've really seen a big growth. And when I first got started on this channel, I was doing like I didn't really have a sense of direction as to where I wanted to this channel to go, but I knew I wanted to do something with it. And even though I wasn't even aware that you could make money off of YouTube, um, doing what I'm doing, I decided that I was just going to focus on doing Nintendo DS playthroughs. And for those who've been viewers of mine for like years and years, going all the way back to 2006 and 2007, I was doing Nintendo DS playthroughs when I first started, and watching my channel grow organically from you know going from like 5 subscribers to 8 to 13 to 56 to 74, and it just growing into what it is now, to where I have like 1,302 subscribers, and I have over nearly two, well, nearly you know, um, 3 million channel views. I would say that I've come a pretty long way, and even going through the phases on YouTube where people were like going to websites and they were artificially getting views from like bots, and there was like just paying off other websites because people were doing that. And even though that's like a time on YouTube that people really don't speak on, a lot of people got their channels to where they are, to where they're like more successful, to where they were actually doing that. They were actually going to these other websites and they were paying off whatever to get these bots to come and overinflate. And a lot of people, I've seen like a couple people got in trouble for that, because that's against YouTube's policy when they realize where the traffic is coming from, and like they actually noticed that, and people got in trouble for that. And I kind of steered clear away from all of that, because I felt like if anybody was going to subscribe to my channel and come watch the content on this channel, it was going to be because you guys were interested in the content yourself, and not because I paid off some bot to come and just give me a view on a video. And I would like to say that everything's been organic with the channel. People who have been coming to watch my content, and because they enjoy it, and not because of any other reason. So that I am proud of myself on. And looking at the views that I've gotten on the channel itself and the subscribers that it's grown into, I can say I'm pretty happy with myself. Now, the with that being said, you may be wondering, well, what's the problem? Like, why are you making this video stating that there's an issue that you want to speak on, or like whatever the case may be? Well, even though I have this many subscribers and I have this many views on my channel, as you guys know, I do pull money from YouTube, and the money that I make is all based on my viewership. And I always look at my subscribers as uh, views that I can potentially get on my videos, on my individual videos. And the issue that I'm having right there is that I'm kind of confused, because when I look at my subscribers, and I again, refer to them as views that I could potentially get um, on my videos, and I'm looking at the views that I'm getting on my channel, it doesn't really add up for me. And again, I don't really speak on things like this because I like to focus on the positive. But again, the reason why things may not be as successful on this channel is because I've avoided speaking on things like views and things like that. And you know these are videos that I just now uploaded, so I don't really count these. But looking at videos that I uploaded last night, I get like 16 views, I get 24 views, 10 views here, 10 views there. And it's like looking at everything. Now these are just views that are up videos that are uploaded like uh earlier this week as well as like last week. And you know, the views just aren't adding up to me in regards to what my subscribers are. And I'm looking at it like, I don't know, maybe it's something that I'm doing wrong, or maybe it's just because I know that could factor into to many things. One thing could be that maybe the person that subscribed to me has all these other, maybe they could be subscribed to all these other channels, and maybe their inbox is getting flooded with more content from those guys than my channel, and my videos get overlooked, and maybe they don't know until they have to come maybe later on in the week to see if I actually uploaded anything. And then when they realize it, then they watch it, because it does take a while for it seems like for my channel at least, it seems like people don't really get that something has been uploaded to my channel until like a couple days after, unless it's like a Yu-Gi-Oh related video to where people are just consistently looking for that type of stuff. And it just seems like people are more, it's like they don't get aware that I produce this content until later on in the week. And I would like to know exactly what I can do to continuously get your viewership on my channel, because so this isn't a video where I'm asking you what you guys would like to see on this channel, because obviously you guys came because you enjoy the Yu-Gi-Oh related content and the video game playthroughs on this channel, and you like what I'm doing as far as with the other non video game related videos, the food vlogs, etc., etc. So I feel like it would be kind of stupid for me to ask what you would like to see on this channel, and it's more so a question of what can I do to continuously receive your viewership on these videos. Because again, I feel like as long as I make the right moves, by the end of this year I could do this full time, and that's something that I'm actually looking forward to. And no, this doesn't mean that I'm just gonna ignore doing one thing and start just solely focusing on doing the other. Like, I'm not gonna stop doing video game playthroughs and just only do Yu-Gi-Oh related content. I'm not gonna stop doing Yu-Gi-Oh related content and just focus on playthroughs. Like, I'm not just gonna do that. My channel is a mixture of Yu-Gi-Oh related content as well as video game playthroughs, and that's what it's always been. And besides, I can't stop myself. Like, I honestly can't see myself just doing one without the other at this point. I genuinely have been playing video games my entire life, and now that I'm at the point where I can make a little bit of money from any video really that I'm uploading on my channel, but video games is just something that I do, and I feel like to be able to share those moments along with the commentary that I do use, it's kind of like uh, I add humor to my videos as well as with like the the video games that may be kind of scary to some of my viewers, like the Resident Evil series and other things like that. I know, like, I add a bit of comedy to it to where it's more of like a comedy, or like some type of a comedic twist that I put on it, to where normally people would be like, oh, I'm scared of this video game because I don't really like these, to where, oh, well, it's not so bad. You did make it, kind of funny for me to watch this. And, I do appreciate that. And I have gotten messages like that. And so this isn't a question as to what you guys would like to see on my channel, or it's more so a question of what can I do to continuously receive your viewership, or what can I do to garner more of your viewership on these individual videos? Because quite frankly, looking at my subscribers, I feel like every one of my videos should be at least over 1,000 views. You know what I mean? And it's also a question of, what do you feel like I'm doing wrong, and what do you feel like I'm doing right? Because I need to know that as well. Like, I want your opinions on that, because obviously I already know the background noise that I got to deal with from moving into this bigger house with my family. That they didn't really talk to anybody about, doing this. Is kind of just like either, you know, like, you're going to be on the streets, or you're just going to come, live with everybody that's moving into this house. And the reason why they did it, not to get off subject, but some of you already know the story, but for those that don't, that may be watching this for the first time, uh, I have like a small portion of my family that lives in California, and when I moved from Louisiana to California, I was roommating with my sister and her roommate. She had a 3 bedroom. I was helping out with the bills and things like that there. But my cousins that lived on the West Coast, they had a rat problem. What apparently it was just like one small mouse, but they didn't really think it was that simple. But for whatever the case was, they decided to come stay at the house that we were staying at because my sister's roommate, she moved out, and my nephew later on that year, I think it was in September, he came. No, it was actually up in November. My nephew actually had came to live, like he came from Georgia from having issues with his father to come and stay with his mother in with us in the house. So that we were staying in prior to moving into this house. And then in December, our cousins, they had that rat problem. They came, stayed with us, and then my sister and my oldest cousin, they decided to, they had like this brainy idea to move everybody in underneath the same house. Considering that everybody was always at somebody else's house and things like that, why not just move everybody in the same house? That way, when people come to visit, they don't have to travel from one house to the next. So the idea was there, but they didn't really talk everything through, and it kind of made things harder on everybody because they didn't do that, and because of that, you know, they had already seen the house prior to moving, and I didn't. So you know how when some people, when they move, they end up getting into some kind of discussion as to what room they're going to take. I was kind of left out of that whole conversation. And when we find on the week that we actually moved, it was the week where we were crossing from 2014 into 2015. We made I finally got a chance to see the house, and there was only 2 areas in the room left. Like, I can't even call them rooms. It was like the office area that was made into a room that was too small for all of my stuff to fit in, and it was like this big open loft area where people can just look into my room and just see everything that I'm doing. And the problem with that is, like, there's no walls. Some of you seen like the new house tour videos, like you guys see that like there's no wall and there's no door. So anytime somebody's having like a loud conversation, I can clearly hear everything that's happening, and and it picks up in the microphone when I'm doing my video game playthroughs. You guys can hear all this background noise unless I turn my microphone volume down low or I turn it off completely. And even sometimes, when my microphone is on low, that doesn't even help, and I have to turn it off completely to where you guys just won't hear that, because I don't want to ruin the gameplay for you because they don't know when to shut up. And I have spoken to them on that, and right now I'm working to get like a soundproof wall built here, or at least for the time being, until I'm able to put myself in a position where I could just move out and go live in a house and where this won't be a problem anymore. And hopefully YouTube, this thing I'm doing on YouTube, hopefully this is my way out, because with this there's a light at the end of the tunnel, and I'm just trying to focus on making sure that I'm able to pull a livable uh or at least I'm able to make a living off of doing this, to where I can have my own place and I don't have to deal with this anymore, and that's basically what I'm looking forward to. So dealing with that background noise, I know that it's been rough. And also um I've also been trying to you know buy new recording equipment, because this laptop that I'm using right here, it's actually not the best laptop when it comes to recording gameplay and things like that. Some of you may have noticed in like a couple of my video game playthroughs in the past and even recently, where it seems like the audio lags out and it drags behind the video, or it goes ahead of the video. That's because the processors in this laptop, it doesn't really capture it well. Or in order for me to do a playthrough where I won't have that issue, I have to do something tedious where I have to X out the program and I have to you know um, or I have to restart the program again and then record a new video, then X out the program again, then restart it and like it's just I have to do that in order to prevent that audio lag from happening. And it's just tedious. And I'm looking to invest money into a new gaming laptop to where I can actually do like my live streams and things like that and record without having to worry about these audio issues. And you know, your viewership basically equals money for me. And I'm trying to figure out what it is that's going to get you guys to come back because I really want to be able to make at least over 1,000 views per video. I'm really trying to do that on because that means more money for me, and I'm one step closer to being able to do this full time and be able to entertain you guys full time instead of having to worry about my bullshit job that you know can't seem to make out a work schedule properly, and the manager there that seems to be, you know, up to fishy things like stealing hours from the workers, and you have to report to corporate, and corporate say, like you explain it to them thoroughly, like, you send pictures of the work schedule and the other things that have been happening. It's just like it's just bullshit anymore. That I've been tired of since I've been like 17, 16, 17 years old, and I'm just beyond wanting to deal with that lifestyle anymore. And with this, with what I'm doing on YouTube, it's a light at the end of the tunnel for me. And even going through all the negativity that I'm going through on this channel in regards to the fake copy, like the false copyright strikes I had with Sega last year, and now I'm currently going through with Arc System Works. I'm kind of contemplating making a new channel and just getting away from all of this. So didn't mean to get too far off subject, but I kind of felt like that was something I just wanted to touch on. But I'm trying right now, and I need to know what it is. What do you feel like I'm doing right, and what do you feel like I'm doing wrong? Because it may be some things. It may be some things that I haven't realized that I'm doing wrong that is not getting the views that you guys are that I feel like I could get. What is it that will bring you guys back to watching more of the videos that I'm doing, and what can I do on my part to ensure that I can guarantee your view? Because like I said, I feel like subscribers are potential views, and I feel like with 1,302 subscribers, I should be, and I know that number is going to be higher. Like, I don't know if it's going to change. Like, I'm actually going to refresh the page, and nothing changed, but or at least the video finally uploaded. But I'm trying, man. I'm trying to make this actually work as a full-time thing, so I could be pulling enough money off of this to where I can buy video games on the release day, or at least I'll be able to pre-order the games and basically have the games in a timely fashion and have this extra money to put towards video games and things like that. That way you guys can watch everything without having to sit there and wait. And I have made a crowdfunding website, a crowdfunding site on uh, Patreon. And for those who are familiar with how I am and gotten to know me through YouTube over the years, you guys know about my feelings towards crowdfunding websites and like uh, donations and things like that. Um, I feel like if I were to receive any financial donations from you guys, of course I would be transparent with it, and that way you guys could be confident and you can see that I'm buying video games and everything's going towards the business and me being able to keep my internet on for like online fan sessions and things like that, because I do need to upload. Like it would go towards helping me fund those things, and as well as investing into new equipment, that way I can improve the quality of the videos that I'm uploading to YouTube and things like that. Because a lot of people did say in the past that they wanted to donate, but I guess I kind of missed out, and I should have struck while the iron was hot and did it then. But my thing has always been that I feel like if you guys donate money to me, that could be money that you could be putting towards like your car payments or your rent or your light bill, or what I'm saying, money that you could use for yourself. Because really, at the end of the day, all I want is your viewership, because that in itself is what's going to give me, or that in itself is what's going to make me money. is just by you just watching the video, and me earning your views like that. So what can I do to gain more of your views? What can I do to have you guys come back and watch more of the videos? Because I want the views to go up on each of my individual videos. So it's not a question as to what you guys would like to see, because obviously the content that I'm producing, that the content that I'm producing for the channel and that I'm uploading to the channel, that's what you guys are. That's what you guys basically subscribe to my channel for, right? So I feel like it would be stupid for me to ask that. So what do you feel like I'm doing right? What do you feel like I'm doing wrong? And what would bring you guys back to watch more of the videos that I'm producing? Because I want to be able to do this full time and continue to entertain you guys. Come the end of this year, I want to be able to do this full time because I enjoy doing it. I'm a gamer at heart. Even if like the world came to an end and the world decided they weren't making any more new video games, I would still be playing video games nonstop because that's just who I am as a person. I would still be playing Yu-Gi-Oh, even after it goes out of style, whenever that happens. You know, um, because deep down I do have a passion for the video game, or well, the card game, excuse me, which is the reason why I produce all the content, the Yu-Gi-Oh related content that I produce. And this is just from this year alone. This isn't counting all the years that I've been doing it since. So I've really been trying to keep you guys entertained the best way I know how, and I would like to know what it is that will bring you back and um, watch more of the content that I'm uploading. I really like your opinions on that. So even if you never left a comment under any other video, leave a comment. Let me know what it is that you're interested in seeing. Is it that you're more interested in coming to the channel and watching the Yu-Gi-Oh related content? Or are you interested in the video game playthroughs? Or are you interested in like the vlog style videos that I'm doing? Or are you just interested in everything that I'm doing? And I know that the viewership, again, I think I kind of touched on it a little bit. It can break down to several things. Maybe that you're subscribed to someone else and they're uploading more content than I am, and my videos get lost in the shuffle and you don't watch it till later on that week. Um, or maybe it's just that, you guys are busy with school and things like that, and the views just don't, you know, um, like you don't get a chance to watch everything like later on. So I'm just trying to figure out what I can do to improve to guarantee that I'm getting a view from you guys on my videos. So that's all I want to talk about. Thank you guys for watching. Peace, and I hope to hear from you guys later.